This is Polly A, and I'm on the Better Days Show podcast.
Polly A, welcome to the Better Days Show podcast. You
Thank you
know,
so much for having me.
yeah, no
Happy to be
doubt.
here.
How you got started in the game.
Just really living in New York and like just being out and just meeting a bunch of different people and back. I don't know, New York obviously right now even is crazy different, but even right before COVID, I feel like there's not as many like in the cut, performance spots like there were when I was coming up because that was the vibe when I was coming up in New York. It was just like a million places for people to perform.
Right, I know.
Um,
Hmm.
that's where we met. So
Right,
it was just a vibe in New York and it's a real artist culture. And then just putting yourself out there, people wanna do business with you. So that's kind of how it kicked off, I guess you could say.
right. It was around the time I was shopping your demos. Remember?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep, yep. I will mail them out to like different labels and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's love right there. That's love.
yeah, no doubt. Back in like the Joe's Pub days, you
The
know,
Joe's Pub.
yeah, you will
Oh
be
my gosh.
performing over there, you know. So when did you make your move to LA, right?
Yeah, LA. I've been here since 2016. This go round. Um, yeah, I've been here since 2016.
And did you move out there because you got signed to a label or you just wanted, a change?
It was like a little bit of both. I was with Interscope at the time, so that was partially why. And then, but it was also I just that East Coast winter. I was like, you know what? We've danced our last dance, New York winter. Couldn't do it anymore. So, yeah, the Cali Sunshine just called my name and like I wanted to obviously see what was good with the label situation. So, yeah, never
That's
look
what's up.
back.
And
Mm.
I know like you, your brother, and your sister, you guys are not from New York, right? Where you
No,
guys are from?
we're from the Midwest, Milwaukee,
Okay,
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
okay,
Shout out to Brick City.
that's what's up. So right now you just doing your independent stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I always music is something that I feel like I'll always make. So then, if I feel like something's good enough to share, I'll always share it and put it out. I'm not really so much approaching it like to, I'm just more free with it now. Just like just organic. I mean, obviously there's strategy and planning, but as far as it just like looking at it as like, oh, what am I going to be doing for the next however many years? It's like I'm just taking it one project at a time or one movement at a time, like one moment, one mini experience at a time, and
Okay,
just like letting it flow.
right, right. That's
So,
what's
you know,
yeah. So for the listeners to know, like how many albums you already released.
I mean, yo, like I've created so many albums that just for whatever reason didn't see the light of day for just the journey reasons that I don't even I couldn't it would be like each story has its own backstory, but I've released one officially and I've released like four EPs, I believe, three or four EPs.
Okay.
Um but it's like I came out in a time in the music where like it was just switching to being less about albums
Hmm.
and people were like pushing like, yo, just put out songs until something pops.
Right.
Put out songs until something makes noise and then da 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 and then it's just like I don't know. It just you end up I don't know the end of that. It's just the way of doing things changed and even though when I had albums, people were like, oh, put this out,
Hmm.
be strategic. Don't just put out a whole album.
Right.
So I don't know. I guess I got caught up in that way of thinking.
What do you have going on right now?
I just released a song "Chosen."
love it.
in a video for that. Thank you. And then I have another song and video that I want to put out. My cat is dumb loud in the back. Sorry, Cora. And then I do have actually an album, but I'm still just like trying to, it's like making an album. You never really are done. I feel like
Right.
it's always until you put it out. It could change the night before up to the night before you're about to press upload.
Yeah.
So
Thank now.
I've had an album ready, but I'm like, is this the album? Is this the album?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you're a creator, so you put it out whenever you feel like. You know what I'm saying? I love that song Chosen. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
I love that song. And then you have like you took it back a little bit cuz I seen a lot of familiar faces in the video.
Yeah, yeah, New York. That's a New York
You you you
slice of life.
you did the video in New York or the guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
No, no, no. It was in New York.
It was in New York.
Hmm.
Okay. It looks like I shot it
Yeah.
in Williamsburg or something.
Yeah. Right
Okay.
there. You know where it's at? Right there.
Yeah.
Dumbo, or is it Dumbo? Something of it was Dumbo, Williamsburg. I think it
Yeah.
was Dumbo actually.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, it looks dope. It looks dope. Y'all peoples out
thank
there,
you.
whoever's listening, make sure you check that video. That's one of my favorites right there. You know?
That's love. Thank you.
How would you describe your style?
Um, you know what? I just feel like that's always been a very hard question for me to answer because people will tell me things that they hear and it's based off of their, frame of reference, and then it's just so subjective almost that question. I'll be like, oh, I sound like this, and somebody else will be like, I don't get that at all. So I don't know. I think I'm just like I draw from inspiration from artists that use their own personal experiences through their art and tell their own personal stories. I really feel like I have a connection to that, so I think that shines through my music. But as far as like sonically, I feel like I borrow from so many different genres, even if it's just on a subtle level. That
Hmm.
because I listen to everything, I'm just a music connoisseur, so I just feel like it all is in there somehow, some way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's hard for me to land on like specific people.
Right. And right now, since people are not touring, you know, not
Hmm.
really like performing, no spots is open. Like what? How you maintaining during the COVID?
I've just been, I guess, like everybody, just maintaining, just trying to do my thing, just trying to, look for the silver linings through this all. I think that it's very true that COVID has brought on clarity for us a lot of, just this time. Like the 2020 vision is very real. And I think it came in ways that we didn't expect. But I do think that is a common thread in a lot of conversations, at least I'm having, where people are just like, yo, whether it's like they're finally moving to where they've always wanted to move, or they're making that big major life change that they were waiting to make, and now it's whatever, it's forcing them to make it, or for lack of a better word, like, so I think it's the same for me, where it's just like this is definitely a shift in all areas, like, and I've just been trying to focus on maximizing and optimizing on those changes, and just pushing forward. Like, I think we're all just humbled in this.
Yeah.
'Cause I think that's one thing that we all have in common is like it's humbled us all.
Right.
This whole year has humbled us all.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
so it's crazy. I think I'm still processing too. I think like everybody, I think we're still in it.
Hmm.
So it's hard to say, like, half the time I'm still like, wait, what is this? What's happening?
You were on a J.Cole project.
Yeah.
How did that all came about?
Oh, that was real just synchronicity. We were just in the same studio at the same time, bumped into each other, and I like, yo, it was good. And he was like, it just was like, it happened to be that, you know, he was looking at the right time, and I provided the right melody, and you know, that was just one of those moments. Like you put in 10,000 hours and you're ready for that moment. You just aren't intimidated. You're not. You're just like, word, I got you. Yeah. So that's how that happened.
That's what's up. Cause I hear that song 1,000 times on the radio.
I know. Got the jack.
No doubt.
Got the jack. No.
How do the listeners find you on social media?
Yeah. It's AKA Polly A. Is my all my socials, and IamPollyA.com is my site. Just hit me up, drop me a line.